Hey everybody, welcome to the little live I'm gonna do. This is on Orner Exotics. It's kind of nothing to do with fauna radio. It has to do with Orner Exotics and how I'm restructuring Orner Exotics for the 2022 season. Um, I posted out there that I'm going to be offering wholesale geckos with known genetics, and there's a reason behind this. I'm getting some backlash from some breeders, and I'm getting some questions from non-breeders, and that's why I'm doing this live. It's easier to talk it out instead of typing it out. And if there's any questions or anything during this, you guys can type it in the chat. I'm actually looking at the chat, so I will get to it as soon as I see it. The $50 program in the wholesale program is nothing more than me wanting to be part of a solution instead of be part of the problem. How many times do we see someone sit there and say, I bought this from so-and-so pet store, and the answer is it's a pet quality gecko. Let's be honest, most people's entry level gecko is going to be something that they purchase from a pet store or at a Craigslist ad or something like that. Now, I can't fix the Craigslist ad thing, but the pet stores that buy off me, I can actually offer genetics known to these geckos for these people to pass on. And I've talked to a few of my wholesale clients, and they actually like this idea. I'm not charging any more for it. How should I say it? I know the genetics of already most of my stuff, but when I wholesale, I kind of just box them up and I send them out. And I was part of the problem. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be taking these wholesale geckos to reptile expos. I'm going to be taking them and putting them on the website, and people can buy packages off me. Instead of having to buy a $500 to $1,000 gecko or a $250 gecko and another $200 gecko, if that's not your want, I'm going to have known genetic animals that will be cheaper. They get you into the game, and you don't have to worry about mixing genetics. At some point, a breeder had to do this. At some point, a breeder had to stop not putting genetics on their wholesale stuff and sell it properly. Because we keep complaining about these genetics not known in all these geckos, and these people are breeding geckos that they don't know the genetics to. But people don't want to start in the hobby dropping, $200, $300, $400, $500 on a single gecko. So you guys are going to start seeing this at reptile expos. I'm going to have $50, what I'm going to call wholesale geckos, and they're going to have genetics on them. Now, are they going to be my blood stuff and the clouded stuff and the high-end radar stuff? No, not even close. This is going to be your basic entry-level geckos, and that's what they're going to be, is entry-level geckos to get you guys or get somebody into the hobby without having to spend an arm and a leg when they only got $100 to spend on an animal, but they put the money into an enclosure or anything like that. I really thought this through. I sell a lot of geckos wholesale. I want to say 60 to 75% of my business usually is wholesale. And I'll get a company that just says, hey, I need 10 geckos. I box up 10 geckos, and I literally do a rainbow. I'm like, oh, there's some albinos, there's some, snows, there's some bolds. Send them off, they're gone. They didn't, ask about genetics because they were getting a good deal. But I knew the genetics. It would literally take me no time to put genetics down on the paper or on the tub. And then maybe I can help train these pet stores to give the known genetics to these people that are buying them, and we can get rid of because I don't sell the Petco, I don't sell the PetSmart, stuff like that, the big chains. But some of these pet stores can actually offer known genetics to these people. So if they do choose to breed it, they can breed it without worry. The pushback I'm getting is the $50 mark. Let's be honest. I sell $50 pet geckos. What do you think them are? I'm just going to offer known genetics to it. Now, someone's going to say, well, that's just, defeating the purpose. It's going to lower the market. It's not. I'm still selling $50 geckos. The people that want to buy the $100 and $200 and $300 and $400 geckos are still going to buy them high-end geckos. They're going to do it. But now I'm going to, instead of the person going across the aisle from me with a guy with a 10-gallon tank and 40 geckos inside there selling them for $40 and they're all beat up, they're going to get a quality gecko from me for $50 and be able to move on, and know the genetics and know that the background of that animal. Going forward, I will be wholesaling to other people at the shows. Usually you had to contact me beforehand. With this program, I will be bringing more wholesale geckos. If you are a jobber, if you are a breeder looking to resell some geckos, anything like that, you can come up to me and I will be doing, 10 lots and 20 lots and 30 lots and 50 lots and stuff like that. I am restructuring my wholesale end of Owner Exotics. 100%, we are going to be tracking genetics on every single thing that leaves us from now on. If a customer doesn't ask for the genetics, they're going to get the genetics anyway. I'm going to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Now, that does not mean that I do not have our pet gecko still, which I do test breeding and vice versa, stuff like, to give an example, an NDBE came in, I wanted to test it for Eclipse, and I have animals that were het NDBE and het Eclipse. I'm going to sell them as pet geckos and not tell the genetics so someone doesn't go after that and muddy up stuff. But usually them do go to the proper home. I don't produce that many of them anymore. But I need to get the known genetics out there to the pet stores. So that's what that's about. We do have a live tonight. It's with Wally Kern, Supreme Gecko. It's going to be on Fauna Radio. I do have faunaradio.com scrolling underneath me right now down here. I haven't been able to get StreamYard to work on the live site. Hey, how you doing? I'm not sure who Facebook user is, but let me know your name and we're good to go. But we do have Fauna Radio tonight. I have Wally Kern on tonight. And Andrew and I are going to interview Wally. We're going to talk about geckos. We're going to talk about isopods, maybe jump into some fish. We're just going to have a good old time talking to Wally. There is some new announcements that we're going to be talking about on Fauna Radio tonight. That's going to be some good news. I thought I'd throw that in there. But the known genetics thing I had to talk about. The other thing I need to talk about real quick is there have been people emailing me about a new morph coming out, or a new morph that someone said they have, and it's a Ghost Frost. Guys, Ghost was not used in the Dumb and Frost line. Ghost is a line in itself. And there's like a handful of people that work with true Ghosts. Literally, I could count them on one hand. Literally. So that is a very old line. Ghost is something that is been around for a long, long time. So for someone to take that name and kind of put it in and mingle it in with Lemon Frost kind of slaps that person that worked with it at first. And now the people working with it now, and they're going to tie it in and say, oh, it's a Ghost. It's from the Lemon Frost. It's not. The person that said this really doesn't understand genetics, doesn't understand what's going on. And he's looking for attention and fame, which I understand. Everyone wants it. Everyone wants big YouTube and they want to be known for something. Some people put their head down and work hard and they get known, and other people have to be flamboyant and in your face and say they had something new and all this other stuff. The Ghost line is not in Lemon Frost. That is what they're seeing in that is the Turkmenicus. That's how colors form. That's how that gecko matures. So what they've seen is what a Turkmenicus is. So the more they breed Turkmenicus into the Lemon Frost, the more they're going to see that it's not a morph. It's what that subspecies does. So I'll throw that out there. There's no such thing as a Ghost Frost. So everyone contacted me. You can still contact me about anything, but I thought I'd hit that real quick. The Ghost Frost. Now on to Orner Exotics, what we're going to be doing in production in Orner Exotics YouTube. I am going to be changing things up here. I got stuff to edit for the last few shows. I got another show in Green Bay. I got the high cam going and all that good stuff. Everyone says high cam and thinks of marijuana or something like that. It's not. It's high cam is I show a camera in people's face and they say hi. So it's a pretty cool little thing I'm doing. And I got TikTok going now. TikTok's been going pretty cool. So if you guys look up OE Geckos, because I do own Orner Exotics on TikTok, because I have two phones. And Orner Exotics is on this one, and OE Geckos is on this one. But I started this one, doing more with this one. And I just got to fix that. So not much else is going on, guys. Tune in to Fauna Radio tonight. It's going to be a really fun show. We got a cool announcement we're going to be talking about also. And then we're going to be talking to Wally and just chilling out tonight, having a good time. This live wasn't meant to be long. I wanted to let people know that we're going to have wholesale geckos for the general public at the Reptiles Expos. They are not going to be high-end stuff. Do not worry about if you're breeding blood or you're breeding something that you bought off me for high-end. I'm going to be going there and I'll put in $50. That's not what it is. I'm literally going to take my wholesale collection I have now that I breed for my wholesale markets, and I'm going to, how you doing? I'm going to take that section and I'm going to revamp it where people can have entry level stuff and they can buy groups of geckos, maybe start something of their own, and something might be in there that's cool looking, who knows. But we're going to offer that. And what really did that for me, what really did that, I am really looking forward to tonight's show. It's going to be a fun show. Wally, it's going to be a great show. But what did it for me was at one of the last sewer fests I was at, there was a person that had leopard geckos in a 10-gallon tank, and there were 20, 30 geckos in each one. And there was nipped toes and nipped tails and missing tails and this and that. And they were selling them for $40 a piece. And I said, I need not be part of the problem. I can see your name now, man. What's up, Leo? So I don't want to be part of the problem anymore. If I can offer quality pet geckos with known genetics, I'm going to. And I'm going to be setting up a section on the website. I know the website has geckos on it. I really got to get better at putting more geckos on the internet. Guys, you guys got to remember, I am a large breeder. I don't put it all out there. I produce a lot, and I work a full-time job. So I'm working. I come home. I take care of geckos. I get shipments out. And now I'm doing the dubia thing. The dubia thing is going to be rocking and rolling. What's up, Andrew? And I'm glad you're doing this. I will follow suit. Thank you. That's what I want to do. I mean, seriously, if I'm against mixing genetics and I'm against people breeding not-known genetics and I'm putting animals out there that I know the genetics to, I'm part of the problem, and that's going to stop. Yeah, there we go. Making sure for tonight. FYI. What's up, Adam? I love the Green Mountain Dragon's name. I like that. So that's my whole deal. I am going to get pushback, guys. I'm going to get pushback from some breeders that have been in it for a long time because it's kind of like a unwritten rule. You don't do that, but it's not a written rule. And I'm sitting there saying, if I'm going to build this gecko history site and I'm going to build the gecko community, this is my way to add in. I can do this. I do it now. I know what them wholesale geckos are until they put them in the cup and they ship them out. That's when they lose their genetics. So it falls with me, and it's no longer going to fall with me. I'm going to be offering that to everybody. I really believe in that. And that guy selling them geckos in that 10-gallon tank just kind of woke me up. It really did. It woke me up. Other than that, not much has been going on. And everyone does need to know the genetics, and that's what we need to work on. That's what we really need to get going. Yes, tonight. And like I said, let's get off that real quick. Let's go ahead. I got this big, nice banner. I made it. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that cool? But I thought of my buddy Miles with the DNA strips because, impeccable gecko. But I was like, oh, he won't get mad. But anyways, tonight's show is going to be an amazing show. Wally was one of our first guests on Fauna Radio when we just did it like a podcast style with this voice. There was no video. So this is his first time on with the video. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. We get to see the one gecko band tonight. Yes, it is Supreme Gecko. I say Supreme Geckos all the time, though. I will tell Wally that when someone goes Supreme Geckos. And I'm like, oh, it's Supreme Gecko. But, we all get the point. It's Wally. And I got something. There's something right here. It's coming up right now, right here. Where my finger's at. That is, everyone asks how they can support Fauna Radio. Member.faunaradio.com will get you there and look at what you can do. We're going to be adding some different stuff to it, so each level gets different stuff, but that's something to check out. We'll be talking more about that tonight. And these lives like this is going to be easy. I do want to talk about some stuff I got going. I am going to be showing geckos off. I do have a camera, and it's not sitting here. I'd show you guys. That's I can start one of these, and I can take the camera in the other room now, and I can just videotape. And it's not a phone. It's not a phone, so it's going to be some 4K stuff. Thanks for getting my brand right after all these years, Gary. Supreme Gecko. We need to really rock this out tonight. We're gonna just have some fun, kick back. I really need it. Yesterday I was talking to Andrew. We had another show that we do on the side. We didn't do it yesterday. I was tired. Andrew was tired, but you guys want to check that out. We do kind of like reviews, but it has to do with paranormal. It's called The Unexplained. Just look up The Unexplained here, or I'll post it in my next live. It's pretty cool too. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get ready for Fauna Radio. This was a quick live. I'm not going to do an hour or nothing like that. So you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. And seriously, you guys are going to see $50 known genetic geckos from OE.